All right. Morning, everybody. How you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Rain Report, rocking it out here on a Monday morning or breakfast club morning here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, which is dubbed the largest truck stop in the world right now. And you are listening live to the Rain Report here on our YouTube channel. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Hopefully you guys had a great night last night, and hopefully we were able to take you to the winner's circle. And pretty good night last night in NHL, 2-1. I won my free pick with Calgary. Also had Carolina. Nice shutout win there in Beantown. And we lost with Tampa Bay. You know what? Good game last night in Tampa Bay, or not in Tampa Bay, in Colorado. And you got to give credit to the Avalanche. They came out and they got the big W. And but what a great hockey game that was in the third period. That my friends, is called playoff hockey. All right, welcome to the Rain Report again. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And today's podcast is always brought to you by hockeypicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Sign up today and follow the top hockey pickers right now. And don't look now, but yours truly, Ron Raymond, is the top scorer at hockeypicks.com. Hey, pretty amazing how that works. Hey, a guy from Ottawa, Canada is leading hockeypicks.com. Gotta love that. There's Rory Bashnik in second place, 830, and Harold Lakin in third place. And those are your top three pickers right now at hockeypicks.com. Your hottest picker right now at hockeypicks.com is Rick and Ken Johnson at 10-3. And you folks, you can follow their plays each and every day just by going to the website, hockeypicks.com. Also, bballpicks.com. Let's take a look at our top scorers in the NBA. And right now, the top player, the top picker, is Little Toad Tom, 847. Yours truly, Ron Raymond, 841. And there's Nicky Bats at 834. Nicola Batista is our third place leader. And those are your top three pickers right now at bballpicks.com. Michael Prochuk, Ricken, and Nicky Bats, Little Toad, and the Terminator are your hottest pickers at bballpicks.com. Folks, sign up today, hockeypicks.com, bballpicks.com, and follow and you can have your picks monitored and followed each and every day right here at the website. Also, parlaycalculator.com. You want to count how much money you're going to make this weekend, hopefully, on your parlays. Go to parlaycalculator.com. Enter the price of your picks. And let me see. Say we got a nice 200 underdog, a nice 150 favorite, and then we got another underdog of 200. And let's say we put 50 bones on that bad boy right there. And we calculate that parlay, and wow, $2,683. And folks, parlaycalculator.com is where you want to calculate all your winning picks each and every day. All right. Right now, I want to say good morning to the Breakfast Club. And we did have somebody join the Breakfast Club this morning. I believe his name was Brian. And Brian, I want to thank you for joining the Breakfast Club. Folks, if you enjoy the channel, you want to support the channel, anytime you join the Breakfast Club, you get a little avatar beside your name. This way, people know that you are a member and a supporter of the channel. And you can see our new Gloria K Breakfast Club logo right there, since she's the one who named it the Breakfast Club. So we put a little coffee cup right there, and you can't see it, but you can see it on the thumbnail. There's a GK right there for Gloria K. And that's where the Breakfast Club. Folks, join the Breakfast Club. If you look below the video, just look below my picture, you'll see a join button. It's $4.99 a month. And if you join the Breakfast Club, you support the channel. And if you support the channel, then, I appreciate that. And hopefully, and the thing is, guys, if you're getting anything out of this channel, and I'm helping you, on a daily basis, and you're coming to the website, it'd be appreciated if you did support the channel. And it's $4.99 a month. And I ain't going anywhere, so I'll be here each and every weekday morning, 11 o'clock. It used to be 10:30. Again, we're going to turn the Breakfast Club into the Brunch Club because we're getting close to lunchtime, but it is what it is. I got to get these videos out in the morning. So it is the Breakfast Club, and I encourage you all to join it. All right, Snipers in the house. There's Jason, Roll Tide. That Roll Tide guy, I like that. Shout out to Gloria. How about them Canes last night, says Jason. I guess he had that. Good morning, Breakfast Club from Bo Jackson. Bo knows. And Bo has a little dancing. Yeah, that, so the name of the song, I saw somebody say, hey, Ron, what's the name of that song? It's I Like the Way You Look. I don't know who who sings it because it doesn't show in the stream that I get it from. So what I did is subscribe to Slipstream, and the way so you're talking about this song right here, right? We're talking about this song right here. Yeah, this is a really good tune. And, it reminds me a bit of the Jim Rome tune a bit back in the day, right? When he started his show. And I said, you know what? I love the vibe of this show, this music right here. I said, that's going to be my home opener. That's going to be my opener. And I'll close with this show. So, yeah, I like the way you look. I have no clue who sings it, but it's now part of the family here at the Breakfast Club. So, I love that tune, too. So, I like the way y'all look here this morning. There's Bo Jackson again. And let me see, John Presco, not a Biden fan, says, we are going, who are we all going with on Sunday? Yeah, we're going to have that pick just very shortly. Who's Mizzou's in the house? How you doing there, Who's Mizzou Network? Warriors and Sabres let me down. Yeah, the Sabres, man. Hey, but here's the thing, right? You bet on a C-type team. What do you expect, right? Tails Bengals +4 says not a Biden fan. Nyril Popic, yeah, just so I don't know who sings that song, but I like the way you look. That's the name of the tune. You can get it on Slipstream. It's really good. Low-key Louie's in the house. How you doing, Low-key? He's got the Hawks today. Easy cash. Easy there, Low-key. You're talking about a C-type team going after some free cash right there. Hey, we'll see if they're on fire. Where's my Bama shirt, Ron? Yeah, you know what? I told you I'd wear your Bama shirt next week. Okay, next Monday I'll probably wear the Bama shirt. I'll wear the Bama shirt next Monday. I'll have a good story. You know what? I'll tell you a good story about Alabama. So in 2018, I went to the Orange Bowl with my wife, and it was Alabama against Oklahoma Sooner. Remember that game, the Orange Bowl? And we were sitting on the side of Alabama, and we had some people in front of us. They were from Alabama, really nice family. And now I know why they call them Southern Belles. We had a nice lady right there, and we had another guy. He was from Australia sitting beside her. And all of a sudden, they're talking football. She's explaining to him, and then all of a sudden, he's trying to explain to her, the philosophy of the football. She goes, whoa. She goes, don't you do that? She goes, I know my football. You don't have to sit here and tell me what my football is all about. I know my football. My daddy taught me when I was young, and I just started laughing when she started saying that. So every time me and my wife, if we have a crack a joke, I'll say, hey, I know my football, and it always reminds me of that Southern Belle at the Orange Bowl when she told the guy from Australia that she knows her football because her daddy taught her at a young age. So I thought that was a pretty, when I see Alabama, I think of that story all the time. But yeah, so, Alabama, the people in Alabama, they do know their football. Yeah, Southern Belles. Oh yeah, Southern Belle. They know their football, eh, Jason? Yeah, but, very nice lady and family. We had a great time. And Roll Tide, right? Roll Tide got the job done. And they have been rolling ever since. All right, so that's my story of the Orange Bowl in 2018, and that was a lot of fun that day, man. Just don't remind me of Florida because the last couple of years, 3 years in a row, we were going to the Florida, and now with COVID, we've been having a little bit of a problem. Apologies, my computer is stuck in an update. All right, no problem there, Underdog Sniper. But, so anyways, hey, guys, got a great show for you lined up here today, as always. Before we get going, don't forget the 5 key fundamentals of sports betting, and those are my values. In fact, let me always show you. I always like to start off the show with this, so this way if there's somebody new in the sports betting industry, and this will be a weekend where you get a lot of people maybe watching the show, betting for the first time. That's the one thing the Super Bowl does. It attracts a lot of new sports bettors into the market, and that's why you're going to see a lot of advertising. Twitter's going to go crazy. It's my 25th year, and like I always say, it's not my first barbecue, but it's still a fun time. But I don't bet playoff sports unless it's the first round. I've told you that before. I enjoy the game for what it is, right? So that's my role on that. Now, if you are new to the Rain Report, my 5 key fundamentals, my golden rules: value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability / injuries, and money management. You got to have a money management system. If you don't, then you will not be making a lot of money. I'm trucking home today, says Jason. And Jason, I guess is a trucker, right? So Jason's a trucker. Yeah, truckers. We know a lot about truckers right now in Ottawa because that's where I live at the largest truck stop in North America. And like I always say, I won't turn this into a political show, but the one thing, if you go on YouTube and you look at Ottawa and you look at the the protesters and all that. You do see the beautiful Parliament buildings. Ottawa's a beautiful city. If you ever travel, and obviously now you're looking at Ottawa and you're saying all these protesters and all that. But in the summer, if you ever come to Ottawa, come during the Tulip Festival. It's absolutely beautiful downtown, and it's a beautiful tourist attraction too, right? So that's where I live, and that's where I hang my hat each and every day, right here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Those crazy Canucks, eh? All right. So, let me see here. So let's talk about the poll question of the day. All right. So the poll question of the day, I'm going to put this, who do you like in the Super Bowl? So who do you like in the Super Bowl? And you like the Bengals +4, or you going Rams -4? All right. So that is the poll question of the day. And you can see it there in just a few seconds. Yeah, I'm a trucker. I'm trucking home today. What's up, Ray? What's up, Derek? How you doing, Derek? There's the poll right there. So answer the poll question of the day. Yesterday's poll, Milwaukee. Yeah, we didn't do too good yesterday in Milwaukee with that poll question. Left PA for Alabama yesterday, says Jason. All right, stay safe out there, Jason, and keep just stay in the right lane, right? Get out of that left lane. All right, morning breakfast club. There she is, Gloria K. You'll notice Gloria K. She's the one who she got her old coffee cup right there, and she got her logo. If you look on the screen, that the lower left logo, that's our breakfast club with the little Gloria K coffee cup right there. And Jason got involved in a sorry to hear that. That's not fun. Says Jason got involved in a fatality yesterday. Ew. Oh wow, that's sad to hear. Did my undergrad in Ottawa. Oh really? Did my undergrad in Ottawa. So right on, Bo Jackson. So Bo knows a little bit about Ottawa, Ontario. And let me see here. Rams in the house, Derek Para. And oh my God, Jason, everything okay with you? Yeah, that's sad to hear. Let me see here. Been doing better, Ray. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, no, things are good. You know what? Miami. What did I have last night? I had Milwaukee and I had the Miami Heat. I had the Miami Heat as my play, but Milwaukee was my silver bullet. But NHL was good. I had Tampa Bay, the only loss. I won with Carolina and Calgary. Calgary Flames yesterday were my free pick here. In fact, sometimes you can see I will have a free pick on top, and you can get my free selections and my premium picks each and every day right here at the atsstats.com website. All right, so let's get on with the show here, and your free horse racing tip sheet of the day is Aqueduct. I thought I'd go a little bit more north today in the horse racing industry, and I got to get out of Florida sometimes, right? I'm always giving Florida and California the horse racing love, but today we're going to pay respect to Aqueduct Racetrack, and today the first post time today at Aqueduct is 12:50, and race number 1 today at Aqueduct is a $25,000 maiden claim race, and you can get the entire tip sheet for free right here at atsstats.com. Go to horses, free tip sheet in the pull down menu, go to Aqueduct. And if you're a member of ATS Stats, go to Premium Tip Sheet. And you want to bet the ponies, we got all the tip sheets for you today. Look at all the races for February 11th. Man, we got a lot of races today. Man, there's like 18 races. We got Turfway Park, Turf Paradise, The Valley, Tampa Bay Downs, Sunland, Santa Anita, Sam Houston, Penn National, Oaklawn, Mahoning Valley, Laurel Park, Gulfstream Park, Golden Hour, Golden Gate, Fairgrounds, Delta, Charlestown, and Aqueduct. Folks, yeah, we have tip sheets for everything you want to know about horse racing, and you can get it with your membership right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's get to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's see how the markets did last night, and let's see how the favorites have done, because we were, still favorite. It's still a favorite world, right? 6-1 last night, 5-1 against the point spread, 5-1-1. There was a push, and 6-1 to the over. So the last few days, favorites and absolutely crushing it in the NBA, 85.6%. And if you look at the point spread, 79.9. And now that the trade deadline has gone and passed, watch those A's and B type teams. They are absolutely going to crush it when it comes to the keep in mind, 85.6% the last 7 days of favorite. I'm telling you, it's going to stay up there in the 80s for a few more weeks. We'll see. All right, let me see. I don't want to make any promises I can't keep right there. But from history, the favorites do tend to win a lot. Now, in the NHL last night, 5-2 for the favorites, 3-4 on the puck line, 5-2 to the over. Now, people have been saying here on this channel, watch the overs in the NHL, and these guys know what they're talking about, because 61.4% the last 7 days. And I don't know if we have 7 days yet because we've been back, 4 days so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, so 4 days. So 15, 16, 16, and 3, 4, and 5. 16 and 5. Wow, that's pretty good. If I do the math real quickly here, let's get me get the old calculator out. Let me go get my calculator. 16 divided by 22. 21. 16, yeah. 76% of the overs have crashed. Yeah, they crashed the bookies. They cashed in the last, let me see here, 4 days, but here 3-day average, 75%. So be careful betting totals on overs because the bookmakers will adjust. If you look at the end of the, always the end of the year, right? 53-45 on the season. That will be closer to 50-50 down the stretch. All right, so the Super Bowl Sunday is upon us. And this Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals will take on the Los Angeles Rams in the Rams SoFi Stadium. And let me go to the rain report. And who do you guys like this Sunday in the Super Bowl? Now, let's take a look on how both these teams got here. And we'll take a look at the last few games. And if you look at the LA Rams, so looks like LA last, okay, so on let's go to the last 5 games. We'll do the last 5 games. So the Rams 2019 against the Ravens, and then the last game of the year 24-27 for the 49ers, and then the playoff starts, right? So January 17th they put a pounding on the Cardinals. Now the Cardinals, let's take a look at all these teams that they're beating, right? Arizona, how did they finish down the stretch, right? They faded. They shot out of the gate like Usain Bolt. But then they sprinted like Ron Raymond down to the last 70 yards, right? Or last 30 yards. Hey, Usain Bolt out of the gate, first 70 yards, and then Ron Raymond the last 30 yards. And, 34-11 was the final. And then the Rams and Buccaneers. Now, the Rams 30-27 against Tampa Bay. Tom Brady is still Tom Brady. When you beat the GOAT, there is a lot of recognition that you got to give there. A lot of kudos and props, especially that Buccaneer rush defense, right? They got a pretty good rush defense. But the thing is, let's be honest, the Buccaneers lost a lot of players down the stretch. They had that AB thing in the room. Bruce Arians, I'm really mixed on Bruce Arians these days. I don't know really where he stands as a coach. I know probably his players love him, but from an outsider looking in, I don't like the way he handled that situation down the stretch with AB and all that stuff. And they beat the 49ers again. They came back. Now, Sean McVay struggled against Shanahan previously, got the job done. They came from behind. They got that win. Impressive win against the 49ers. Now, looking at the Cincinnati Bengals. And the one thing with Sean McVay, I don't know what his record is, his updated record after halftime. If the Rams are leading at halftime, Sean McVay is something like 45-1 leading at halftime. So the one thing you don't want to do with the Rams is you don't want to be behind at halftime. Now, let's take a look at the Bengals' last 5 games. A 34-31 victory at home against the Chiefs. Hey, you beat Kansas City not once, but twice, right? That's pretty impressive. And then the 21-16 loss to the Browns. And then the playoffs start. 26-19 against the Raiders. Crazy, crazy game that was. And then you go into Tennessee and you beat the number 1 seeded team 19-16. I don't care what anybody does. If you go and you beat the number 1 seed in their stadium, to me, that's pretty remarkable. And then you did almost the impossible. You went into Kansas City, you went to Arrowhead. Kansas City had an emotional victory the week before against the Buffalo Bills, which I'm still trying to get over. 13 seconds of hell, but I'm a Bills fan, as you can tell. But hey, you got to give credit to the Bengals. 27-24 victory. Now, the one thing I always look for is coaching staffs, right? And for some reason, the Cincinnati Bengals, to me, have one of the best halftime adjustment in the league, right? If you look at all these games, a lot of these games were halftime adjustments and coming back to win. Now, looking at the line in this game, -4 for the Rams. You'll render at 48.5. The ATS forecast, the computer pick, is leaning with the Los Angeles Rams 27-26. However, the total in this game is at 48.5. I do like the over in this game at 53.9. And even though the computer likes the Rams to win but not cover, I like the Cincinnati Bengals to pull off the upset this weekend. I'm going against my computer rating right here, the algorithms, and I'm going to take Cincinnati +4, and I'm going to take Joe Burrows and company. And hey, this team reminds me a bit of the Giants when they won the Super Bowl, right? You win on the road, and then you go to the Super Bowl, and I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. But here's another thing that I like about the Cincinnati Bengals this weekend. So let me go to my dashboard, and I'm going to show you something. One thing I'm really big on, actually used to coach with Saban, Alabama, says Jason. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, I don't have really anything bad to say about Bruce Arians. I just, there's, sometimes when you get a vibe that you just don't like, and I didn't like the way that AB thing handled out, how he came out. Like, you knew going in what he was, the baggage he had, and then it's to me, it's about leadership. And one of the toughest thing in about being a leader is saying no. And the thing is, like, I used to have this thing in football, right? But it's kind of it's more of a military thing. Anybody who's been in the military, been to boot camp, it's a mind F. If you get through military boot camp, in Canada we had like 10 weeks of military camp, and it really plays on your mind, right? And when I look at football, I look at the military, because you're dealing with a lot of people on not just the field, the coaching staff, the organization, and it's just anytime you can't let things get out of hand, right? And I used to have a teacher in high school who used to say, and I used to bring this to my practices. He had a thing as a teacher. He said, you know what? You want to be a good teacher? Don't let him ever see a smile till after Christmas, right? I used to tell our coaches, I said, hey, I don't want to go too crazy on this, but I believe in that philosophy, because in order to get control, you can't be their friends, right? As a coach, and if anybody who's been a coach in football and in any sports, you can't be the buddies with players. And the thing is, if you want to keep discipline and all that, it's a very delicate matter these days. But I always tell the coach, right, don't let them see you smile till like game 3 or 4, and then but have fun, right? You gotta have fun. You gotta know the line. But that's the only thing I didn't like with Bruce Arians a bit, is that you made the decision to bring him in. No matter what happened, it's on you, because it's the way it happened. Anyways, getting off track again. Hey, there goes my coach's hat. Put back my handicapper hat. Take off my coach's hat for a second. So let me go to the NFL. Let's take a look at, we'll do the Rams first. We'll do the Rams. And one thing I'm big at is the strength of schedule, the quality of the opponents you face, right? So let's take a look at the Rams, and let's see who they face this season. So let's 8-type teams, right? Cincinnati's an 8-type team. And anytime the LA Rams played an 8-type team, they were 5-3 straight up, 4-4 against the number, and 5-3 to the over. Now, let's take a look at who they played, those 8-type teams. They played the 49ers, so they beat the 49ers 20-17. They won by 3. They beat the Buccaneers by 3, 30-27. They hammered the Cardinals, but the Cardinals down the stretch, you know how I feel about that, 34-11. They also beat the Cardinals twice, so they beat them twice. So take out these Cardinal wins, and then you're talking about maybe a 3-3 record, right? So when you look at it from that point of view, actually, you know what? 3 times. Look at that. Did they beat them again down here? No, the Cardinals beat here. All right. So take away these Cardinals games because the Cardinals started out of the gate quick. Look, they beat them the week October 3rd, 37-20. But then then coaching took over. And then LA got some players. They got Von Miller. They got OBJ. And was it Sonny Michel? Did they get Sonny Michel too, or was he there all year? I can't remember. But so they did get a little bit more bodies at the trade deadline, which is like rent a player, but it's helping so far. But look at the Cincinnati Bengals. Look who they played. They're 8-type teams. They played the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat them by 3. They beat the Titans 19-16. They beat the Chiefs again 34-31. They pounded the Ravens 41-17. And then they lost to the Packers by 3, 25-22. So 4-1 straight up, 4-1 against the point spread. When I look at the quality of opponents and I look at the Cincinnati Bengals, I think they have a fighting chance this weekend to win the Super Bowl. I do like Cincinnati +4, but I already played the Bengals to win the Super Bowl at +790, so I'm cheering on that ticket too. But I'm not, that ticket. Never mind that ticket. As a handicapper looking at this game, I like the Cincinnati Bengals +4. I won't play the total because I do have a rule of thumb. my rule of thumb is this, and if you read my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, here's my rule of thumb about sides and totals. If you like the favorite, you play the over, and if you like the underdog, you play the under, right? Because if you look at that that analogy, if you look at that the philosophy of that, right? If you have the favorite, and the favorite falls behind, like say it's like 28-7 at halftime, in order for the favorite to win, they got to really come back, and what's going to happen? They're going to score a lot of points, right? And if you like the underdog, and if the underdog keeps it close and they keep it a tight scoring game, they could be behind, and you still got a chance for the under, right? And the more chance that they score and the favorite score, then you got a chance for the over. So my rule of thumb, as you know in my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, if you like the favorite, you play the over, and if you like the underdog, you play the under, right? So that is my rule of thumb. So there you have it. That is my Super Bowl prediction. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals to win the Super Bowl, and I'm taking them +4, even though my computer pick, and again, my computer pick is mostly geared towards the regular season, and we do have value on the Bengals -4.85. And if you go to my value report, Cincinnati against those A-type teams. So let's go to NFL. And dogs play gritty games, which probably translate to under, says Isaiah Moore. Hey, Isaiah, how you doing? Yeah, I agree with Isaiah right there. Cincinnati against those A-type teams. Where is Cincinnati? There they are. A-type teams. Oh, look at that. Let me see here. Favorite underdog. Here we go. They've never been a favorite against A-type teams, and they're normally a +3. And the LA Rams against those A-type teams, -3.9. So right there, fair market value when the value report, right? So, hey, what do you guys think of this new value report? I know I introduced it yesterday. I think this is a great tool. And speaking of value report, we're going to do, before I go, before we head off to the NBA, let me know if you have any, I'm always interested if you guys have any props in the NFL for the Super Bowl. I don't normally play. Normally what I'll do is, because when you play props, I'm always looking for that, the cash out, right? So I'll normally play like, will there be a safety, stuff like that. But I'd be interested to hear what your Super Bowl props are this weekend, and it'll be interesting to see. All right, so let's, any questions? And so far in the poll, let me see, who do you guys like in the poll question right now? Oh, 60% like the Rams -4. So we'll see about that. And all right, 20 votes. So don't forget, folks, who do you like in the Super Bowl, the Rams or the Bengals? And so far, 60% of the Ramblers and Gamblers of the Rain Report are going to go with the LA Rams -4. All right, so let me see here. Let's go to the NBA. Now, we're going to do the NBA. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stick on this Raymond report, the value report. And I've done a little bit of homework this morning, and I'm going to show you in the NBA. Now, I'm still evaluating this tool, and the thing is, when you get a new tool like this, there's a lot of research and development that got to go in there, right? Anything like this, a new tool, takes time to really grasp it, to get to know the intricacies of it, and to really to use it to your advantage, right? So I'm still in the fill-out process of this the value report, because let's be honest, when you're dealing with sports betting, the only thing I know people want instant gratification. They want to see black and white. They want to see, all right, you know what? I want to see, give me the number if it wins or loses right now. But in a situation like this, in tools like this, there has to be a time process to evaluate, to research, and then after a period of time, of trials and errors, then you string along the patterns of where you see that you have an edge, right? So right now, the only thing that I'm going to really recommend how to use this tool, the value report, is, so I'll give you an example. We look at tonight's game between Oklahoma City and Philadelphia. Big game for James Harden tonight in Philly. Man, try to get a ticket on that game tonight in Philly, right? West Philly's finest, Anwan Atkins. I wonder if he'll be at the game tonight. So Philadelphia is a 13-point favorite, and Oklahoma City 9.5-point underdog. So when I look at Philadelphia, so Philly is a B-type team, all right? Then the reason why they're a B-type team is because their record on the year is 32-22, right? So it's not at 60% just yet. Now, Philadelphia at home against C-type teams, 9.5 on average, they are favored, right? So I'm always talking about perception versus reality when it comes to sports betting, right? because perception is the line. Perception is before, and the reality is the outcome is after, right? I can't control the outcome, but I can control the perception in my mind, what I think the line should be. And the way I'm using this tool right now is I'm using in spread sports, I'm using a 2-point margin of error. And what I mean by that is that Philadelphia is a 13-point favorite tonight. And on my value report against the C-type teams at home, on average, the average line is 9.5. Now, because that is not in my 2-point margin of error, I'm not going to take this in consideration and say that there's value here. What I want to do is I want to get fair market value, because I don't want to read into the line. And here's a great example, and hopefully I'm not boring you guys with this, but I don't want to read into the line on why Philadelphia is a 13-point favorite when on average against C-type teams they're a 9.5-point favorite. Now, what is the bookmaker really trying to tell us here? Why they're 13 when normally against teams below 500 they're 9.5? Now I got to put on my Kreskin hat and get out my silver my crystal ball and say, okay, mirror, mirror on the wall, why are they a 13-point favorite here, right? It's just, there's too much to read into it. Now, here's the double-edged sword. People are going to say, Ron, okay, Philly's a 13-point favorite tonight. On perception, on your value report, you have 9.5. So that is a 4.5 difference. What am I supposed to read into that, right? Am I saying, okay, Philadelphia is overvalued tonight by 13? Or is the bookmaker trying to really try to say, hey, you know what? Take Oklahoma. We're giving you a really good deal at 13.5, right? Or 13. So the only thing I can't control, that 4-point margin of error, there's too much to read into that, right? And there's too much to dissect and all that. And people will say, well, Ron, it's a value report. You're trying to figure out the value. You know what? Yeah, everybody wants to, buy something on a discount. Everybody wants to sell. But you know what I want when I'm sports betting? I don't want to read too much into something. I want to read something that's basically 50-50, fair market value, and I don't have to read into the line as much, because when you read into the line, you can read into it positively or you can read it negatively and say, man, I read that wrong and I got sucked in by that 4-point of error, right? So I think what I'm trying to get at here is I'm going to use this tool and I'm just going to look for a line that is fair market value. Does that make sense to you guys? I know it's I'm rambling on here, but I'm really trying to get to the point of this value report and shop for value, right? I say it all the time. Shop for value, play the percentages. But you know what? I think the value is fair market value. When you look at life, Jerry Seinfeld, I don't know why Jerry Seinfeld, but I always go to the Seinfeld episode. Even Steven, right? He loses $1, finds $1. To me, that's everything is about the law of average, 50-50. Now, what I done is I went through all the games here tonight, and I'm going to show you the fair market value teams that I like. All right? So here in the NBA, the teams that I think that have fair market value tonight. All right? So let's go to Detroit. I think the Pistons, as a home underdog, on average, the Pistons against those B-type teams, 7.9. And they're a 7-point underdog tonight. So circle Detroit, and you know what? Just keep an eye on this. Let's do a little bit of a homework. Hey, here's your assignment. Your assignment, hey, as students of the Rain Report University, and thank you for bringing those apples today. I really appreciate it. Even though I can't eat apples, I'm allergic. I'll get to that in another podcast. I got weird allergies. I'll get to that in a crazy chop suey. I can't eat fish. I can't eat apples. Yeah, crazy. Anyway, I'll get to that in another show. Hey, I don't get thrown off. I get thrown off pretty easy, right? All right, so Detroit, focus, Ron, focus. So Detroit Pistons at home as a 7-point underdog tonight. Fair market value, right? Against B-type teams. So put Detroit as a fair market value team tonight. Your other fair market value team is Cleveland. I think Cleveland on the road. Let me see. Cleveland on the road against Indiana. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Darius Garland, nice game, returned back. He had, 30 points last game, or 37 or 34? 34 points, 30 minutes. So, nice return for Darius Garland last game. Now, looking at Cleveland here tonight against a C-type team, when normally they're on the road Let me see here. On the road against C-type teams. Am I at favorites here? Yeah. Okay, so 4.81. Okay, where did I get 6? Maybe I was looking at the favorite. Okay, yeah, home. So that's why. Yeah, so on the road, 4.81. So it does fall into my no, it doesn't. That's more than okay. So forget Cleveland. I was looking at the home team instead of the road team. So Cleveland is out. So Detroit is the only one so far. Let's go to Boston. Hey, let's go to Boston. Hey, let's go to the Celtics. Now the Boston Celtics tonight, they are a 6-point favorite, and let me see here. Boston at home against a B-type team, -4. Boston at home against a B-type team, -4. So that does fall a bit into my 2-point average. So, yeah, let me see. Am I still on favorites? Yep. So Boston is a fair market value. Again, I'm using a 2-point margin of error here. So -4 for Boston, and they're -6, right? Depending on the line it is now. Atlanta, let's take a look at Atlanta right here. They're a favorite tonight, and normally Atlanta against those C-type teams, 8.6, so they are fair market value. So put Atlanta as fair market value. Chicago Bulls, look at the Chicago Bulls right here. At home against a B-type team, I normally have them at 4.8 as a favorite. They're getting 3.5, so Chicago Bulls, fair market value. Same thing with Minnesota, though. Look at Minnesota as an underdog. The Minnesota Timberwolves on the road against an A-type team. Normally, they're a 7.4, and you're getting, laying 3.5. So this is what I mean by reading into the line. Now, Minnesota does not fall into my value report here, but I want to show you this as an example, right? When you look at Minnesota, tonight they are a 3.5-point road underdog, but normally against those A-type teams, they're normally +7. So what's the bookmaker trying to tell us here? You know what I mean? The bookmaker is, and this is why I always talk about cycles, right? I always talk about performance cycles. And right now, Minnesota's doing, I think they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. Minnesota is having a good run right now. I think they're 7-3 in their last 10. And Chicago, it's so right now, right? Chicago, I know they're losing some players. Like the bench is hurting a bit. But Minnesota, I don't think I would put them tonight as my fair market value team. I think a lot of people are going to jump on Minnesota, and it could be a trap play, right? And then Utah. The Utah Jazz at home against those C-type teams. So Utah against those C-type teams, on average, 12-point favorite. But looking at the line tonight, 13.5. So they do fall into my fair market value. But you know my rule of thumb, I don't bet, I don't lay chalk on the NBA teams, right? I either play money line or I pass. All right, so, I forgot to mention one thing about the Super Bowl. My good friend Eddie O from Montreal, he wanted you guys to know that the Simpsons, you know how the Simpsons are really good at predicting everything? They got the Cincinnati Bengals winning the Super Bowl 34-31. And we know, just, read whatever you want into that. If the Simpsons would get this one right again, then, I think everybody's going to watch the Simpsons for the stock market or their investment opportunities, right? Anyway, just wanted to get that. I know Eddie O sent me that this morning with a laugh, so I thought that would be a nice little chuckle this morning right here. All right, so again, Raymond report. We talk about value, percentage play, performance cycles. So let's go to the Raymond report. So in the Raymond report, I'm always talking about value, percentage play, performance cycles. Now let's go to the percentage play. All right, so I gave you the value report on the NBA tonight. So what I think is fair market value tonight, if you want to write these down, I think Detroit, Boston, Atlanta, Chicago, and Utah are fair market value. And when it comes to the underdogs, it's all favorites. I noticed it's all favorites, but this is why it's R&D, right? Research and development. And looking at the underdogs tonight, I don't see any line that's fair market value for the underdogs tonight. All right, so we'll keep an eye out on that, and maybe this weekend we'll see what happens. All right, so I gave you guys the market value. Now let's take a look at the percentage play. All right, so the percentage play. So in the RAM report, as you know, what I do, the first thing I do is I take a look at the money management system. Anytime I got a 0 recommendation, I don't bet on those games. All right, so if you're tuning in for the first time and you say, hey, why is he passing that game? He's not giving it because they're bearish. I don't bet on I don't normally bet on C-type team unless it's C on C-type crime, or anytime you got a Bears team, right? So game number 1, Oklahoma against Philadelphia. I got a 1-unit recommendation on the Thunder, and I got minus 12 right now for the Sixers. Let me see what Bookmaker has right now. And Bookmaker 12.5. So Bookmaker has 12.5. I'm not laying 12.5. You know my rule. And the percentage play does favor the Philadelphia 76ers. 89.5% chance of winning compared to 13. And I got a final score of 111.98. So I do have the Sixers winning by 13, but I will not. I won't lay this game. I'm not touching this game, and I don't do totals, right? Charlotte, Detroit. We got 2 teams that are bearish right now, so I'm not going to touch these teams. But for the purpose of this telecast, I'm going to give you the percentage play. 76.1% chance of winning for Charlotte, 21.5 for Detroit. I got a 116-108 final, so I got Charlotte winning by 8 tonight, according to the forecast right there. All right, game number 3, Cleveland against Indiana. Now the Cavaliers are a 7-point favorite. The over-under at 216.5. 100% chance on the rain report. I want to see how many games that's about. Anytime you see 100%, you got to go to the system forecast to see it could be based on 3 games, right? And let me do that right now to show you guys. So let me just grab another screen right here, because you're probably saying, Ron, it's 100%. Why are you passing on that? Well, it all depends on the number of games, right? So what I do is I go to my NBA system forecast, and then I go to NBA, and then I'll go right here, 100%, 12 games. So when I click on this, and I go when any NBA team's a 7 to 10 point road favorite, totals 210.5 to 215, and that team won 3 straight up wins, that team is a perfect 12-0. So pretty good record right there, right? So if you do like Cleveland tonight, but again, minus 7, and Bookmaker has what here? Minus 271 on the money line. Too expensive, and I'm not playing Indiana. I got a 112-104 victory tonight for the Cavaliers. I do like Cleveland though, but I just don't want to lay that much. I'm not laying 7. You know, I don't lay chalk in basketball, and I normally take money line, but it's too expensive, right? And guys, you know, you're probably saying, Ron, well, you're missing opportunities to make money. Well, yeah, yes and no. You know what? Just ask yourself this one question. When was the last time you cashed out? You know what I mean? Making money in sports betting is a tough gig, and you got to be selective, and you got to determine, are you an action junkie or are you a sports betting investor? And this is what investors do. They shop the market, and just because today is Friday, February 11th, and there's 10 games or something like that, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, doesn't mean there's a Picasso here. And guys, my Picasso means like there's a perfect painting picture of a game here tonight, right? If I don't have a Picasso, then, you know, it's Etch-a-Sketch. Hey, I go to Etch-a-Sketch. If I don't get my Picasso, it's an Etch-a-Sketch type of night. All right, let me go to the right here, the next game, Denver against Boston. Now, this is an interesting game. I do like, I do like Boston, and I said, you know what, this morning in my video, I said, if you're smiling, keep on smiling, because the world smiles with you when Boston is winning, right? Minus, a 6-game win streak. And, you know, the Boston Celtics have been pretty inconsistent this season. But you know what? They're on a good run right now. I know people in Boston are pretty happy. But Denver's on a pretty good run too, I think. If you look at the Denver Nuggets right now, Denver 2 ATS win streak. And if you look at their, let me see here. Let me bring out the rain report. Let's go here. Let's go to the Raymond report. And let me see here. Let's go Boston against Denver. Hey. You guys are saying, Ron, you said there'd be no singing on this podcast. Yeah, I don't sing. Don't worry. I won't be singing. Hey, I just want everybody smiling. Hey, today's a smiling Friday. Super Friday. Should be a super smiling Friday. Everybody's smiling like a butcher's dog because they all made money this weekend, right? All right, so let me see. Denver, 2-game win streak. What are they in the last 10? 7-3. Yeah, both teams are a pretty good run right now. 7-3, and this is why you're seeing right here. Denver, last 4, though. Look at Denver's last 4 games. I see a neutral market. Even though they're 7-3 in their last 10, the neutral market, they are 4-3 in their last 7. That's why they are neutral. So Denver plus 6, you know, that's pretty enticing, right? Minus 6 for Boston. The percentage play does favor the Boston Celtics. Yeah, selective equals green, says Gloria K. What do you mean by that, Gloria? Selective equals green. I'd be curious, are you more interested in teams that are bullish or teams that are neutral? I'd be, you know what? I would love to hear what you guys say about that. You know, I look for neutral teams. I look for teams that are neutral. Back to my law of average theory, right? 66.6 compared to 37.8, favoring Boston. I got a 110, 106. So the percentage play favors Boston, but the forecast does favor Denver plus the points. You know what? I love Denver here. I love Boston. I got fair market value on the Celtics. Man, it's too bad the money line is a little bit too expensive for me. What did I say it was? 271 or something like that? 227. That's just right out of my comfort level. I do like Denver plus 6, but man, Boston is bullish. I just wish if this line can come down under 200 on the money line, then it would be a nice play. But if I were to play this, I'd have to take Denver plus 6. But I don't think Denver does well in Boston. 2-8 in their last 10 trips. Even though those are different teams, it's still when a team doesn't do well in a certain building, I tend to mostly if they're division opponent. This is a non-conference game, so let me see how. You know what? That's a good point right there. How does Boston do against non-conference opponents? So on the road, Denver 5-3 against the point spread, 6-2 to the over. Where Boston is 5-4-1 against non-conference foe at home this year. So Boston 9-4-1 at home against non-conference opponent against the point spread. So let me see one other thing on this game. I know this is my Picasso. This might be my Picasso here. All right, so Boston. Here's the good. This is a good tool. I think this is one of the most underrated tools in the Raymond Report. If you scroll down to the bottom, like I know the Raymond Report is a long, like it's probably a bathroom material type thing, but if you scroll right down here, you can see versus non-conference games, the average score for Denver, 112 to 107. So normally against non-conference opponent, the average score is 112 to 107, where Boston is 109 to 104. So a 5-point victory. So you see how the bookmakers, they're pretty on that number. Plus 6, guys, looks good, but man, the fair market value too on Boston, right? So be careful. Be very careful. I had plus 3.5 on the market for Denver. I'll put a small like a small check mark. Man, I wish I had I was at a coach's clinic once with Hal Mummy, and he was putting on the chalkboard like a defense, right? And I wonder if I can. I don't think I can. Man, I wish I could do this. I wish I had a chalkboard to show you. Anyways, normally when you're posting like an offensive front versus a defensive front, you put circles. And then he posted, like I think he was coaching at Kentucky at the time, and he goes, we were playing Eastern Michigan or something like that, and he posted a little circle like when you do the five linemen and the receivers, the running back. Anyway, for O line you put circles, and then he goes, and then the week follow we played Alabama, and then he goes, and then he took off those circles and he put these big circles. He goes, that's how big they look like on the field. He goes, you play Eastern Michigan, the circles are this small. He goes, you play Alabama or the Big Ten schools, then the circles started getting really big. So I thought that was pretty funny. Little clinic ha-ha for you guys here today. Yeah, anyways, back to this one against Denver and Boston. And let me see here, 66.3. Yeah, you know what? I do have a small circle. Hey, I'm not gonna put a Bama circle on Denver, but I'll put a small one here on Denver. Even though I think Boston has good fair market value, I think Denver could be the play here tonight. All right, that is the next game, San Antonio, Atlanta. I'm not laying 8 points on Atlanta, and you can see that San Antonio is a bearish team, so we're not touching that right now. But for entertainment purpose only, the percentage play, 78% chance of winning for Atlanta, 31.2 for San Antonio, 119, 109. So, and you know what? If you do like Atlanta, fair market value tonight on the value report. All right, Minnesota against Chicago. I got a feeling a lot of people are going to be on Minnesota here tonight. And, I get it, but I think there's fair market value on Chicago. Chicago, let me see here tonight in the money line. Chicago money line. Let me see here. Where's Chicago? There we go. 156. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, let me go to this game right here. Let's go Chicago. And you know what? Chicago's pretty good on home court. But they have a history of not playing well against Minnesota. So if you look at the Chicago Bulls on home court, 19-8 straight up, 18-9 against the point spread. Pretty good record, right? But against Minnesota head-to-head, 3-7. So that concerns me just a little bit. But here's the good news. Any NBA team that's a 3.5 to 6 point road favorite. Now that line, see, does that line move now? See, that's the bad news. The bad news is this line opened up at 3.5, and it's now 3. So this stat, you can throw it out the window. I like Chicago. I know I'm probably going to go against contrarian thinking here. I know a lot of people might be on Minnesota. 68% chance of winning today for Chicago. Let me see here. 132 to 131. Wow. Talk about a high-scoring game. 132 to 131 on the forecast. Woo! That's my, so far, that's a lean here on Chicago. I don't think it's going to be my silver bullet because I do have a respect for the way Minnesota's played of late. But I do like Chicago. And the final game of the night, Orlando against Utah. 81.4% chance of winning for Utah. I'm not laying 13.5. And I'm not laying, 1,000-something for the Jazz. Let me see here. Come on, mouse, cooperate with me. Here we go. Minus 1,100. Yeah, that ain't happening. And I don't like Orlando on the road. 117 to 106, even though I got them winning by, 11? I just don't trust C-type teams against A-type teams. So I'm not touching Orlando. So if I were to play anything tonight, guys, it'd be Denver +6 and Chicago money line. Denver, Chicago money line. Those are the Rain Report play. I don't have a silver bullet. I don't think I'll have a silver bullet. But, all right, still a decent payout, says Jason. Let me see here. You're right on time, Nico. Oh, Nico's in the house. How you doing there, Nico? Again, guys, don't forget. Hopefully you guys can join the Breakfast Club. If you look below this video, and I want to thank Brian this morning for joining the Breakfast Club. If we can get more people to join the club, that'd be awesome. All you got to do is click the join button. It's $4.99 a month, and by joining the Breakfast Club, you're supporting the channel. And anytime you post beside your name, you'll see a little avatar that shows that you're a member of the Breakfast Club. All right, so there you go. Those are my two NBA plays for tonight. Denver +6 and Chicago money line. All right, let's go to NHL. Let's do the National Hockey League. Only 4 games in the Bettman circuit this evening, and they're not really big news, right? Big game. I see. I got thrown out there. I saw somebody who said Doug Ford news. Big Doug Ford. What did he say? There he goes. Ron, did the Bengals win? Working on the Doug Ford news. All right, Bo Jackson. From Ford's 57th birthday to today's announcement in 83 days. All right, 83. All right, so Bo Jackson doing some, what do you call it, gematria? So here we go, guys. The Winnipeg and Dallas game tonight. Now, the Winnipeg Jets coming off a big win, and that was Hellebuck's first win since January 13th. Big win. Fight-filled affair against the, was it St. Louis Blues? Or, no, it wasn't St. Louis. Who was they played last time? A lot of scraps in the game. I think it was Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. Let me go to NHL. It was Minnesota-Winnipeg. And what a scrappy game. It was a good game. You know what? Good hockey game. Hey, good old, as Slapshot would say, old-time hockey. Hey, some old-time hockey right there. And there was a 2-0 win for Winnipeg over the Wild. Empty netter, I believe, at the end. And Dallas, they won 4-3. Now, looking at, because they're bearish, I won't touch Winnipeg. Now, looking at the fair market value, as we did, let me do the value report first, and then I'll do the percentage play. So the teams that I see have value tonight, the New York Islanders +120, Seattle +145, and Anaheim -163. Now you're saying, Ron, Seattle's playing Anaheim. How can both teams have value? Again, I'm looking at this like the stock market, and I'm looking at the price, right? If you like any of those teams, just know Seattle, Anaheim, and New York Islanders are fair market value tonight. Now, Winnipeg taking on the Dallas Stars, and Dallas, I don't know who's going to be in nets between the pipes for Dallas tonight. Probably going to be Jake Oettinger against Hellebuck. And how we doing on time here, Sniper? 57 minutes. Yeah, I have a knack to always going to look for the time on 57. Hey, I don't know what it is, but every time I check the time, it always seems to be like 57 minutes. That's a scary thing. All right, Dallas -161. The line. Two recommendation. Now, on the percentage play, 59.02 for Dallas. I got a 3.1 to 2.5 favoring the Dallas Stars. Dallas having a good run here. Dallas Stars, let me see, 6-4 on home ice, 16-7 on home ice. And the last time these two teams met was on November 2nd. It was a 4-3 win for the Jets, and it was at Winnipeg. Let me see here. I do like Dallas here tonight. I just don't know. I don't know if I love Dallas here tonight. I'm going to have a small check mark on Dallas, but 167, not a crazy price. Winnipeg, I just don't know if I can trust them off that. Hellebuck, I think if you're a Winnipeg fan, you might want to wait a couple of games to jump on the bandwagon, right? They got to get back into the neutral cycle. So I do like Dallas. I just don't know if they're going to make it to my members area pick. Islanders against Edmonton. Now, you're looking at the Islanders. Fair market value of plus 120 at Bookmaker. And the percentage play does favor the Edmonton Oilers. But you know what? Edmonton's like quicksand right now. Here's my Usain Bolt, Ron Raymond analogy, right? Edmonton was Usain Bolt out of the 100-meter dash. 80 out of the block, 80 meter. They were Usain Bolt, but now they're going like Ron Raymond down the last 20, right? Man, they're sinking quickly. Edmonton is just when you don't have goaltending and it plays in the back of the player's mind, then you might get a lead and then you might sit back because you don't trust the goalie, right? Until Edmonton solves their goaltending issues and there's a confidence level, there's no way I can bet Edmonton here. If you like the Islanders tonight, you're getting good fair market value. And even though the percentage play is right there in my range, 40. So I do like the Islanders tonight. If you want a team, plus 120, that's pretty good value right there on the Islanders. I don't know if it'll make my members area, but it'll make my hockeypicks.com pick. Tampa Bay, Arizona. I'm not laying 312 on Tampa Bay, and I'm not touching Arizona. So I don't like that game. And Seattle, Anaheim. Just for entertainment purpose only. Tampa Bay, 61.4% chance of winning. 32.2 for Arizona. 3.5 to 2.6 favoring the Tampa Bay Lightning. And the last game of the evening, Seattle against Anaheim. 52.4% chance of winning for Anaheim on the Duck Pond against Seattle. Seattle's been playing some really good hockey. Remember last week I said, guys, Seattle puck line, they've been pretty good on the puck line of late. And let me see here on the last couple of games. Let me go to Seattle. Anaheim. Puck line. I don't know if I have their puck line record. Let me see on the road. 12-9 on the puck line, but look at Anaheim, 16-8. Yeah, they've been a beast, mostly as an underdog though. Anaheim, just under the radar type team on the puck line, but I don't recommend the puck line tonight. Seattle's a nice team. Fair market value. I like Anaheim tonight. I think Anaheim gets the job done here tonight. So if I was to play any teams tonight, Anaheim, New York Islanders, those are the two NHL teams that I like this evening. All right, there you have it. That is the NBA, NHL, and the NFL, the Super Bowl. I like Cincinnati plus 4. I like Denver plus 6. I like Chicago money line. And the Islanders plus 120 and Anaheim minus 156. And those are my selections for today, February 11th. All right, what else we got on deck here? Oh, yeah, don't forget, guys, you can play Streakcatcher.com. And our leader right now, it's Plants-Based Junkie, one of our Ramblers and Gamblers, Plant-Based Junkie. Who did he have lately? And he had Phoenix Suns. Oh, good job, Plant-Based. So, guys, go to Streakcatcher.com, make your pick. And all you got to do is make your selection. In fact, I'll make mine right now. I'm going to go with, and you know what? I'm going to go with Denver. I'm going to go with Denver plus 6 as my Streakcatcher play of the day. And show my pick, confirm it, save my pick, confirm it. And there you go. That's my selection today at Streakcatcher.com. Folks, you can play each and every day for free. All you got to do is go to Streakcatcher.com. All right, let me see what else we got on deck here. Sniper. Hey, how's Sniper doing out there? Hey, is your computer updated now? What are you doing updating your computer during the show, right? Oh, that's funny. All right, let's go to the dashboard. I'll post my super decode in the Discord when I'm done, says Bo Jackson. Nice. All right, let's go to the old 80% club. Hey, we're going to go and open up the club here, NBA. Let's see if there's any good Denver or Chicago money line plays. All right, so right now there's Chicago as a home favorite. Totals 220 or more, 12-3. I like that. Philadelphia, just too expensive. Indiana, Utah. Basically, I'm looking for straight up or the totals, right? Straight up or totals. Let me see here. We got Utah. I'm not laying that. Boston. If you like Boston as a home favorite versus Northwest opponents coming off a 2 ATS win. 13-2 straight up. 11-4 against the point spread. Let me see here. Cleveland, Charlotte. Charlotte. If you like Charlotte as a road favorite during the month of February, coming off an Eastern Conference opponent. 8-2 straight up. And Charlotte is a, what are they, favorite tonight? Yeah, by 7 against Detroit. Atlanta, 16-2 as a -6.5 to 9-point home favorite, playing on a Friday before a conference game. Pretty good right there. And if you like the over Minnesota, Chicago, anytime the T-Wolves are a 3.5 to 6-point road underdog during the month of February before a non-conference game, 11-2 to the over. And Chicago, I got a lot of, look at that. Chicago is a favorite this season. Won their last game by 12 points or less. 10-2 in their next game. I like Chicago. I do like Chicago. A-type teams, guys. A's and B's. That's what you're looking for, right? A's and B's. Forget the C's. C, we'll see you later. All right, NHL. Let's go to the NHL. Anything worth picking here tonight? The NHL, I don't see any Blue Stars. Just one. When Tampa Bay is a road favorite versus Western Conference opponent during the month of February, 10-2-1 to the over, and that's Tampa Bay against Arizona. All right, so there you have it. That is the Raymond Report today in a nutshell. Let's go to the top 25, and let's see which are the top 25 teams to bet on as a sports betting option. Let's go to NBA first. Your top 5 betting options tonight. Orlando plus 13.5. Oklahoma plus 12. Denver, there's Denver, number 3 at plus 6. Chicago -3, and there's Atlanta -8. And if you want to see the sports betting market, the betting options, all you got to do is go to atsstats.com, go to top 25, and look at the best. And the way we rank this is by the cycle, right? Because if we rank it by the cal, it's going to be all favorites. So we look for the best teams that are consistent, and those are the teams we're recommending as our top 25. NHL, your top 2. Seattle, Anaheim are your top 2 betting options tonight. I don't know what, if you like, and they're playing each other, right? So Seattle, maybe the puck line. But again, you know what? Seattle and the puck line's been not too bad lately, right? It helped against Boston. And yeah. All right, so let me go to the ATS calculator, and let's do our A-type games. And let's go to game number 1. We'll do, let me see, Denver-Boston. All right, Denver against Boston. Denver against Boston. Survey says. Yeah, any injuries? That's a good point right there. F-Bulls, I'm hopeful they'll get me in the green. Are there any injuries in the Denver game? Great point, Nico. Yeah, one thing you got to do, guys, like the Raymond Report, player availability. Go see who's injured. And tonight we got Denver winning 0.89. Wow, I like that. And the total at 216.26. So we do like this one here to go under the total of 218.5. So according to the ATScalculator.com, we do like Denver, and then Minnesota, Chicago. Let's do Minnesota against Chicago, not Milwaukee. Yeah, Milwaukee let us down last night. That's okay. Playoff. Chicago. Well, I keep going to Minnesota. There we go. Chicago, Minnesota. Survey says, oh, wow. Look at that. Minnesota, 2.81. Okay. 2.81. And the over-under at 226.46. Wow. Oh, wow. That's, that's that's interesting. Minnesota, let me do a reset. I want to make sure I got this right here. Survey says, yeah, Minnesota. All right. I see you, Minnesota. All right. So, hey, there you have it, folks. That, in a nutshell, is the Raymond Report for a Friday. A friendly Friday. It is February 11th. And again, thanks for tuning in each and every day, guys. And let me read your comments before you go. And let me just track this back here. And let's go right there. Oh, let me fix this right here. I'm going to fix this right now. There we go. Gotta send you guys on a good vibe on a good Friday. And Friday, February 11th. Hey, I like the way you guys look. That's the name of this song. And folks, you can find me each and every day right here at the Raymond Report on our YouTube channel. And right now, I want to wish all of you guys a great weekend. I'm Jason, Nico, F, Gloria K, Sniper, Bo Jackson, who's Mizzou. Let me see who else is in here. We got Jason, we got Isaiah, we got Derek, we got we got a lot of people here today in the bullpen. And let's go to the poll of the day, and let's see what the poll of the day says here. Who do you like in the Super Bowl? You like the Cincinnati Bengals +4 or the LA Rams? And right now, 40 votes. The Cincinnati Bengals +4 is 55%. So people here at the Rain Report are liking the Cincinnati Cincinnati Bengals +4 against the LA Rams this weekend. All right, folks, that's a wrap here for the weekend. Hey, hoo-ha, the weekend's here. And again, I want to thank everybody who makes the Rain Report part of their daily habit, their daily routine. We are here Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to about noon. And this is where I hang my hat, and hopefully I can bring you guys a lot of winning information, bring you to the winner's circle, because that's what we want to do. So we get to a cash out Monday on this Monday, right? All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your weekend. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back here on Monday with another Rain Report. As I always say, hasta la vista, baby. I'll see you lunes.